In this recording, I want to talk about Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. There it's written, I'm paraphrasing now, I know my plans for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to destroy you, to give you a hopeful future. Well, it depends on the English translation you have. Some phrase it differently, but it comes down to that. And this verse has been used often by Babylon churches to relieve their congregation. Then you have those in Babylon, those Babylon churches are part of Babylon, that tell you, no, Jeremiah 29 verse 11 was aimed at the Israelites back then, that's nothing to do with us. Let me give you the perspective and the context of Jeremiah 29 verse 11. You need to read what comes before. What Jeremiah did, he wrote a letter guided by the Holy Spirit, in which the Holy Spirit addressed the Israelites that have been taken into captivity. Because the Babylonian captivity happened in two events. You had a first siege of Jerusalem, in which the Babylonian emperor returned to Babylon and left the Judean king as his vassal, and the second invasion of Babylon, in which the whole population was taken away to Babylon. By the way, that was a very, very financially costing task to do. Who in their right mind would deport a whole population? That shows you that those pagan rulers, they sometimes make decisions that they're quite dumb, but okay. So you had the first invasion, in which a lot of people have been deported from Judea, from Judah, towards Babylon. And those people really want to go back to their home country. The Holy Spirit made plain that they will not return back to home country because they will die away from their homeland. That was the news. Now this was not good news according to those people, because they were kidnapped from their country and they wanted to get back. Instead, the Holy Spirit revealed he had another plan for them. The Holy Spirit wanted them to prosper where they were, there in Babylonia. The Holy Spirit wanted them to be fruitful on the earth, no matter whether it was in their home country or they were abroad. So the Holy Spirit wanted to change their perspective. He wanted to change their viewpoint. Because unto then, the Judeans, they claimed the heritage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they were the descendants of those three patriarchs, that's true. But the reason why they existed as a nation, or as a group of ethnicities, was because the Most High wanted to use them to bless everyone on the earth. That was their purpose. But they did not agree with Christ. They did not agree with the Most High. They were so nationalistic, holding on to their homeland. And the Lord allowed Babylon to come and invade them and deport those people, because the Lord now wanted those people that have been deported to continue with his plan that he began through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which was that the Israelites would be a blessing unto everyone living on the earth. So Christ was getting them out of their depression and into his glory. So he told them, don't hold on to your home country. Let it go. Instead, there is far better for you. I want you to remain active where you are. Get married, have kids, build houses, be economically active. Make sure you increase where you are and you don't decrease. That's a commandment right over there. Make sure you increase. Not only increase in physical numbers by getting married, having kids, all of that. Also make sure you increase economically. That means financially, politically, culturally. That was the Most High's commandment to those people. Now, that same commandment counts for us today under the New Covenant. Christ said, the Lord himself, the same Lord that directed the letter of the prophet Jeremiah, that same Lord, after he rose again, addressed his disciples and told them, go into the world and make disciples of all nations and teach them all I've commanded thee. And he also told them to be encouraged, because he's with them until the end of the world. So those disciples, their bodies would pass away, but he addressed all believers that would come afterwards, that he's with them until the end of human history. So, what's made plain right there is that just like Christ, through the prophet Jeremiah, commanded those Israelites to increase, the same he commanded the apostles, and the same comes for us. So Jeremiah 29 verse 11 does apply to us, but you need to put it in the right context. The context of Jeremiah 29 verse 11 is an assurance given to the believers that Christ knows what he's doing. But this assurance is only applicable to you when you are in obedience to the Holy Spirit. It means when you are in agreement with Christ. It's only then that Jeremiah 29 verse 11 applies to you. It concerns you, but it can only apply in practice to you when you are active, when you are increasing and not decreasing. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 is not meant as some quote to make you feel better. It's meant to motivate you. Okay? That's what I'm doing here. Make sure you increase. I don't care what age you are. 15, 30, 40, 70. If you're watching this, agree with Christ, make sure you increase and not decrease. Be at peace.